Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It is Monday, week 7. We start a new week. Okay, we are going to continue with angle pair relationships and finish this out today. So here is all of the angle pair relationships that we've talked about last week. We're going to just do a quick little recap, a quick review to help you refresh. If you want, I'm going to add this to Schoology. If you want, you can pull it up side by side and mark in it for notes. Or you can pause the video and copy this down on a piece of paper so that way you can have it in the future to reference. Again, it is going to be important to understand the angle pairs and the relationships that they have in order to apply it to mathematical problems. So let's go ahead and talk about a couple of words. First off, I want to point out the word interior. Okay, so interior, I want you to think of whenever you see the word interior, I want you to either think of the word inside or in between. And this is referring to in between or inside the parallel lines. Okay, another word is exterior. And again, you can think of exterior as outside and outside of the parallel lines. All right, so we're going to go over all of these examples. We're going to identify where the angle pair relationships are, and then we will move on to answering some questions. So alternate interior angles. Make sure you're looking for these key words. Interior, already you know you're going to be looking in between the parallel lines. Alternate is on opposite sides of the transversal. So we do want to locate the transversal first, which is, again, the line that cuts these parallel lines and makes those angles. So if we're looking at alternate interior angles, we're only going to be looking in between the parallel lines. So for example, angle 1 here and angle 2 here. Those are alternate interior angles. They're both in between the parallel lines, but on opposite sides of the transversal. Another set would be here, angle 3 and angle 4. Again, both inside or in between the parallel lines, but on opposite sides of the transversal. Now, their relationship is what's important to know. So here, alternate interior angles, their relationship is that their measures are equal, okay? So if angle 1, let's say, is 110 degrees, then its alternate interior angle 2 is also 110 degrees. They are the same, okay? So they're equal in measure. All right, so moving on, alternate exterior angle. Again, keywords here, guys, exterior. So you know you're going to be looking on the outside of the parallel lines and on opposite sides of the transversal. So again, if you want to identify the transversal, again, the line that cuts the parallel lines. Now, again, we want opposite sides of the transversal, and we want them on the outside of the parallel lines. So here's one set, angle 1 and angle 2. They're both on the outside and opposite sides of the transversal. Another set would be here, angle 3 and angle 4, where again, they're both on the exterior of the parallel lines on alternate sides of the transversal. Their relationship is also equal in measure. So for example, if angle 3 is, let's say, 150 degrees, its alternate exterior angle, angle 4, is also going to measure 150 degrees. They are equal in measure. They are the same. Okay, moving right along, same side interior angles. So just like that sounds, guys, same side, meaning same side of the transversal, interior, meaning in between the parallel lines. So again, if we want to identify this transversal here, now we're looking on the same side. So they're either, both angles are either going to be on the left of the transversal, which is here, or the right, which is here. And then they're going to be interior, meaning in between the parallel lines. So a set would be angle 1 and angle 2. Here, they're both on the same side, the left side of the transversal, and in between the parallel lines. The second pair you're going to see is here on the right side, angle 3 and angle 4, where they're both on the right side and they're in between the parallel lines. Now, their relationship is a little bit different, okay? So in this case, their relationship is that if you take angle 1. So the measure, let me get this, sorry. So angle 1 and angle 2, if you add them together, you're going to get 180 degrees. So let me change this and to a plus sign. Okay, so here angle 1 plus angle 2 are going to equal 180 degrees. Same thing for these two over here. Angle 3 and angle 4 are going to equal 180 degrees. So their relationship is that if you add them together, they're going to equal 180 degrees. So for example, they might say, well, if angle 1 is 140, then you know that angle 2 is going to be 40 degrees because 140 plus 40 is also 180, and that's the relationship. Okay, if we're moving on to the same side, exterior, same concept here. They're going to be both on the same side of the transversal, but instead of being on the inside of the parallel lines or in the interior, they're going to be on the exterior or the outside. So here we'll have angle 1 here and angle 2 here. Okay, same side of the transversal, outside of the parallel lines. Another set would be angle 3 and angle 4. And again, their relationship is that if you add them together, so angle 1 plus angle 2 is going to equal 180 degrees as well. Same thing for angles 3 and 4. If you add those together, their relationship is that they're going to equal 180. So the same side, interior or exterior, if added together, are going to equal 180. All right, moving right along, corresponding angles. Okay, now this kind of combines alternate and same side together. So corresponding is, let's first highlight this transversal. Okay, corresponding is going to be alternate sides or opposite sides of the transversal, and one angle is going to be on the exterior of the parallel lines and one is going to be on the inside. So let me show you. A corresponding angles could be 1 and 2, where, same side of the transversal, but on one on the inside of the parallel lines and one on the outside of the parallel lines. Another example would be angle 3 and angle 4, where again they're on the same side of the transversal, but one's on the exterior and one's on the interior. There's quite a few pairs of corresponding angles here. So I'm going to find another one. Angle 5 and angle 6 are also corresponding. So again, same side of the transversal. One is on the inside, one is on the outside. And there's one more pair here. Let me get a different color. Angle 7 and angle 8. Okay, so those are all corresponding angles. The best part about this, guys, is that their relationship is that they are equal to one another. So if angle 1 is, let's say, 70 degrees, then angle 2 is also 70 degrees. Okay, if angle 3 is 110 degrees, then angle 4 is 110 degrees because they are corresponding angles. So here we have another relationship where they are equal. Supplementary angles. Okay, so supplementary is where we have this straight line here. Okay, and it's cut in half into two angles. Their relationship is that angle 1 plus angle 2 is going to equal 180 degrees because this is a straight angle. Remember, a straight line is considered a straight angle and equals 180 degrees. So if you were to just cut that in half or just cut that into two angles, if you add them together, they have to equal 180 because they're along that straight line. And then vertical angles, again, are just angles that are when two lines intersect, they are the opposite angles. So again, it shows you angle 3 and angle 4. Their relationship is that they are equal. So for example, if angle 4 is 60 degrees, then angle 3 is 60 degrees, which then leaves these two angles, we'll say angle 5, let me use a different color. Angle 5 and angle 6 to also be the same. So if this is 110, then this one is 110. Okay, guys, so hopefully you wrote these down somewhere or paused the video. Again, these are super duper important to understand to be able to answer questions. So for example, can you identify the angle pairs and answer the questions below? It says use the figure at the right to identify the angle pair relationship. So I'm going to do the first one with you, and then I'm going to allow you to do the next three on your own. So angle 1 and angle 2, or I'm sorry, angle 7. So we're looking here and here. So I can already tell they're on the outside of the parallel line, so they're going to be exterior. Okay, now I just need to figure out if they're on the same side of the transversal or opposite sides of the transversal. In this case, one is on the left and one is on the right. So that means they're on opposite sides of the transversal or they are alternate. Okay. All right, so these are alternate exterior angles. All right, guys, and it's just as simple as that. So I'm going to leave you to do B, C, and D, and then come back to see if you got them correct.